Hello friends, welcome to youtube.com/Dr. Vet channel. In this channel, we are describing various lectures on veterinary science and animal husbandry. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor and Head. Here we discuss important respiratory system disease, that is epistaxis in animals. In part 1, we will discuss various synonyms, definition of epistaxis, etiology, and little bit pathogenesis of epistaxis in animals. Friends, we see here different synonyms of epistaxis. It is considered as a simple local language, nasal bleeding. Bleeding or blood is coming out from the nasal cavity or nostrils. Simple nasal hemorrhage, hemorrhage or bleeding from the nose. Important thing is that is commonly occurring is exercise induced pulmonary hemorrhage in horses. In short, it is called as EIPH. Exercise induced means this type of epistaxis is induced by excessive exercise. Pulmonary hemorrhage. Here there is hemorrhage in the lungs. Common in horses. It is also called as bleeder by the local name. Let us first understand what is epistaxis. It is a bleeding from nostrils or from nasal passages or from nasal sinuses or from nasal vessels or from accessory nasal cavities. The thing is that the blood is coming out from the nostrils or nasal cavities, epistaxis. In some literature it is mentioned that epistaxis is bleeding from nostrils regardless of the origin of hemorrhage. Hemorrhage may occur anywhere in the respiratory tract. That is also called as epistaxis. Friends, epistaxis is not a disease. It is caused by many pathology, many lesions, many diseases. But it is symptoms of either local or systemic conditions or systemic diseases. Thus the causes are either local means primary or secondary systemic causes. Disease is observed commonly in cattle, horse and dog. Epistaxis and hemoptysis are two different things. But it is better to know hemoptysis also along with epistaxis. We know that epistaxis is a bleeding from nostrils regardless of the origin of the hemorrhage. Hemoptysis is a coughing up of blood, that is hemorrhage originating from lungs. There is hemorrhage from the lungs. The blood comes into the bronchial trachea and it is coughed up. That is the hemoptysis. Friends, important condition. Exercise induced pulmonary hemorrhage in horses. Veterinarians should know this. Short EIPH, popularly known as bleeder. This is occurring in horses When there is strenuous exercise, there is hemorrhage in the lungs. Now, what is this condition? Mostly racehorses and equine sport horses are suffering. Examples are polo, barrel racings, 3-day events. These are the severe exercise, strenuous exercise for a short period. So this EIPH bleeder is due to strenuous exercise for a short period of time. Important thing. Though it is prevalence in small proportion of the horses, this hemorrhage is detected by cytologic examination of bronchoalveolar lavage in more than 90% of the horses. So this is important for a veterinarian. See, this condition, EIPH, is observed in more than 90% of race horses when they are given strenuous exercise for a short period of time. Etiology of epistaxis. For ease of understanding, I have divided into two groups: primary etiology and secondary etiology. Primary etiology means occurring at local level, occurring at the nasal passage and nasal cavities. Secondary means other than nasal passage, nasal cavity, from the whole body, other than local, system. Now what is this primary cause? When the causes are acted directly at local level responsible for bleeding at either nasal cavity, nasal passage, nasopharynx, auditory tube, diverticulum, say guttural pouch. When the causes are working locally at this level, it is called as primary. It is related with lesions in this nasal cavity, nasopharynx, auditory tube, diverticulum, guttural pouch. So lesions in this area cause bleeding, epistaxis. Friends, we have seen local lesions. Now here we see erosions and ulcerations. Many conditions and diseases produces erosions, ulceration, and thereby bleeding. Granulomatous growth, nasal polyps, neoplastic lesions, especially hemangiosarcoma, commonly observed in horses, that is guttural pouch mycosis, sometimes encapsulated hematomas, glanders. This disease causing mild hemorrhage. The parasitic diseases, very famous, Schistosoma nasalis in cattle, where the parasites reside in the nasal veins. There are growths also, nodules also, and there is hemorrhage. We know very well maggot wound causes sometimes frank bleeding or bleeding mixed with mucus. Mechanical traumatic injury on the head region, on the nose, on the frontal nose bone or sinuses also causes bleeding. This mechanical traumatic injury causes either fracture, disruption of the nasal mucous membrane or tissue and cause immediate frank bleeding. Entry of foreign body accidental physical trauma externally. These are the mechanical traumatical injury. Sometimes either for the diagnosis or for the treatment purposes, clinician perform certain actions such as nasal tube. It has to pass through the nose. Endoscopy for the diagnosis. Stomach tube passed when intranasal in horses. Tracheal tube. If proper care is not taken, then these operations may cause injury on delicate mucous membrane. Result is the bleeding. Continue with the primary cause. In few animals, it may be a congenital detected after birth or may be genetical hereditary. This will be difficult to diagnose because there is no detectable apparent cause. This is by birth. Some breeds of dogs and horses are more susceptible, especially race horses and polo horses. Overexertion, overexercise in race horses is a famous cause of epistaxis. Some of the serious allergic condition they produce severe rhinitis may cause little or more bleeding. Friends, we have seen many primary causes working locally at nasal cavity, nasal mucous membrane, sinuses and guttural pouch. To know these things are very much important because if we know the causes, treatment will be accurate. So it is better to understand the etiology thoroughly. Now we move on to the secondary cause. These causes are generalized causes in various parts of the body or whole body other than local causes. Infectious causes, especially bacterial diseases, anthrax, hemorrhagic septicemia are the very popular disease in cattle, sheep and goat, causing epistaxis as a part of the symptom. Purpuric diseases. Purpuric diseases are nothing but it is due to blood clotting disorders or defects. How the name purpura derived? In here, in purpura there is bursting of small blood vessels under the skin and it form a purple spot. So name is given purpuric, purple spot. It may be a small or it may be a large. This epistaxis is caused by blood clotting disorders, by many diseases, purpura hemorrhagica. In this, there is severe thrombocytopenia. It is a bleeding disorder. Moldy sweet clover poisoning, decumarol poisoning, affects the blood clotting. Bracken fern poisoning affects the clotting. Congestive heart failure. The bleeding is due to pressure, venous pressure. Snake venom. That also causes the bleeding. So various blood clotting disorders causes a purple small or large bulle under the skin or mucous membrane and may burst and cause the bleeding. Various chemical poisonings, copper, mercury, phosphorus is also causes bleeding. So I told you that to know the etiology is very much important. If etiological diagnosis is perfect, we will see these things under the different sections or inside part 2. If diagnosis is proper, treatment is exact. Treatment is at short. There are all the chances of cure. Pathogenesis. Generally, unilateral epistaxis is observed when there is hemorrhagic lesion in nasal cavity, nasopharynx and guttural pouch. The degree of hemorrhage, the quantity, the quality, fresh or old, that depends on the severity of the lesion and the causative agent that causes epistaxis. There may be a foamy hemorrhage. Foamy means the hemorrhage is mixed with bubbles, air bubbles, especially when there is bleeding from the lower respiratory tract is mixed with air. But this foamy hemorrhage condition is not applied in the horses because of the long palate in the horses. So when there is bleeding in the lower part of the respiratory tract, it is mixed with air and it may appear in the nostril as a foamy hemorrhage. If slight hemorrhage is there, it may not produce much effect. Moderate hemorrhage causes mild anemia. Severe hemorrhage may produce severe anemia. So different grades of anemia depends on hemorrhagic losses. Sometimes then there is profuse bleeding. All of a sudden, large amount of blood is poured out through the nostril. May lead to hemorrhagic shock, decreased blood pressure, animal collapse and death. Here we discuss pathophysiology of exercise-induced pulmonary edema in horses. It is important to know by a veterinarian. In this condition, during highest exercise, there is high pulmonary vascular pressure. Remember here, during highest exercise, there is increased pulmonary vascular pressure. And this results into thickening of pulmonary vein walls. When pulmonary vein walls are thickened, definitely there is decreased luminal diameter. The diameter of the pulmonary vein decreases. So what will happen? Increased intravascular pressure at pulmonary capillaries. Thickening of the wall of the pulmonary vessels, loss of their elasticity, diameter decreased, and excessive force of blood due to highest exercise. So there is increased intravascular pressure at pulmonary capillaries and the result is the hemorrhage that we call it as a EIPH, exercise induced pulmonary hemorrhage, and that is occurring in horses. Friends, I frequently request you to share this information to veterinarians and veterinary students so that they can provide better services. To promote the channel, subscribe the channel. If you like, press like button. Thank you very much for observing this video. Next time we'll come with epistaxis part 2. Thanks.